Welcome to Formidable Fashion Review, UK Drag Race Series 3 edition. And I am delighted to be joined by the sumptuous Jasmine Villiers.
Hello.
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 Overall, what did you think of the season so far?
I like it so far. I think that it's got its first bio queen, which I found really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I like about this season is there's a big clash of different types of queens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's just different queens from different sort of walks of life, and with very different attitudes about drag. And I think that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out.
Are you thinking of perhaps Charity Case, who is unlike any drag queen we've ever seen on the show before?
I am. I'm thinking of her. I'm thinking of Charity Case. I'm thinking of Crystal Versace. I'm thinking of Scarlet Harlow. You know, they're just all very sort of different styles of drag, and they're gonna love it. They're gonna live.
Well, I won't live. I'm undead. But perhaps the children will.
I'm dead too.
Just two dead bitches. So the queens were asked to do 2 runway looks this episode. The first one being Queen of Your Hometown. And up first we have Victoria Scone, or Scone, as other people like to say.
Yeah, so what do you think of this?
Well, it's certainly camp. And I enjoy the fact that as a bio queen, she's going for camp rather than feminine. I think it shuts up the people who might criticise her for being a bio queen. It's certainly theatrical. Is it stylish? Maybe not.
No.
But it's fine. I like it.
I think it's fine. I think as a first runway look, it's a little disappointing. I mean, it's big and it's theatrical, but it's not something I would necessarily want to wear because it really covers her up here. I get that she's a sunflower. But you know,
That's a daffodil girl.
No, babe, she's a sunflower.
That's not a sunflower.
Oh, is it?
Cardiff, the national symbol.
It's a daffodil.
Is a daffodil. So, but do you toot or boot this look?
I'm gonna have to say boot. Okay, I don't know what a daffodil is, right? But I assume the daffodil is in the center of the daffodil is the center. And what I don't like about this is the center is off center. If you look at it, the center is her head, but daffodil doesn't go around her head, it goes around her body.
Yeah.
So it's just weird, it's just very costumey.
I see what you mean actually, and now that I look at it, the stalk of the flower is in front of the flower itself.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make sense, does it? So
no.
I think you convinced me. I was going to give this a toot, but I'll give it a boot as well.
Sorry, Victoria, but I love you as a queen.
I'm excited to see what she brings to the show.
Very excited, because I think she's very talented and very funny, and I think she's got a charm about her that is really exciting. Yeah, it's really nice.
And up next we have Kitty Scott Claus from Birmingham. So I've been to Birmingham. I don't know that much about it, but there's nothing about this outfit that really screams Birmingham to me.
No.
Maybe I'm just uneducated in Brummie ways.
What was her explanation for it? Chocolate.
So I didn't immediately get chocolate
I didn't get chocolate.
from that, which is her explanation for why she chose it.
And why is she in a dressing gown? I thought she was in a dressing gown because there's something about Birmingham where they go out in their dressing gowns, but that's somewhere else. That's not Birmingham. That's they did that on last season. It was somewhere.
Oh yeah, somewhere else up north.
Somewhere else, yeah.
The north is all the same to us southerners.
Yeah. So I think this is a bit pedestrian, to be honest. I think it's a bit pedestrian. I think it's a bit dull. I think if I was going to have my first ever look on the runway, I would want it to be incredible. And this is not incredible to me.
I don't know if I call it pedestrian. I don't know how many people I see walking down the street looking like that, carrying an urn. But it's not inspiring in any way, really. It's not. It kind of looks cheap as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're both giving this one a boot.
I think it's a boot. I love the silhouette. I love the wig. I love the wig.
The wig is fine.
Yeah. But she's a funny queen. I like Kitty. She's a funny
She is funny, but she reminds me of that meme of the Australia's Got Talent, the reaction. The same. Never seen them in the same room.
That's not no. That's no. That's mean. You're a bitch. Has anyone ever just told you that you're a bitch?
Everyone.
Everybody.
I'd be more offended if they didn't. Yeah, just a dead bitch.
Up next, we have Ella Day.
And she is from Dagenham, and she is paying homage to the feminists of the 60s who stood up for equal rights. Not sure what the relation is to Dagenham exactly, but I mean, good reference, I suppose.
Yeah, I liked this. I hated it when it came out on the runway because I was like, why is she just wearing a coat? And then when she showed the reveal saying, we want sex, that's funny, and then we want sex equality, that's like a double gag.
Yes.
And then the triple gag for me was I actually really liked the dress she showed. It's 60s, it's fun, it's like that Quentin Tarantino movie. You know, the 60s one.
That movie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like that you could see the dress underneath the coat that she wore at first, because that just looked weird. And I also don't think the blue hair goes with the colours of the dress. And actually, if you remember a long time ago, in season 9, the makeup challenge that Alexis Michelle did, I think it was a 60s hair that looked like this, and that's what it reminds me of.
I love the makeup. You've got to hand it to her. The makeup is strong.
The makeup is good.
She's a pretty girl.
She is.
There's someone else who I think is really hot, who we're going to get to. Or should I just say now?
Victoria.
No. Fucking Scarlet Harlow. I think Scarlet Harlow is...
Oh, she looks like Macaulay Culkin, the guy from Home Alone.
Really? It's the voice for me. I really like her voice.
You have a fetish for working class people.
I like her voice.
Dressed as Marie Antoinette. That's
I like her voice.
Is he?
Sort.
We never said if we actually booted it.
Yeah, so do you toot or boot, babe?
I think I'm gonna have to boot this look. Because you could see the reveal before she did the reveal. And that's just messy.
Okay. I'm gonna toot it. I really liked this. The reveal for me was like, yes! Sex, equality, it really stood out for me. Do you want to introduce her?
Yes, thank you. Next up we have Anubis. We have Anubis from Brighton. And she has come dressed as Colgate toothpaste.
No.
Minty fresh.
No. No, I like this.
Why? Tell me why.
I like it because it's a statue or something, isn't it? He said it's like a helter-skelter. Helter-skelter. I don't really know what that is, but I think it's a... Oh, I know what it is! It's the floaty thing. You know the tall floaty thing?
No. A helter-skelter is a ride. You sit on and you go... Are you thinking of the inflatable men that are outside car garages?
Yeah.
Yes. That really represents Brighton.
I thought she was an inflatable car.
And that's why you loved it.
Yeah. Okay, so if she is a ride, no, she doesn't look like that.
I quite like the hair sculpture. It is original, but there's nothing. The costume is very camp, but it doesn't really resemble anything. So, what is the point of being camp?
I like that she's making the most of her height. She's making the most of her height.
Well, it's a bit weird because the skirt comes to here, and it makes her look like she's got this really tiny body. It's like just boobs and then vagina.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then long legs.
Boobs and vagina. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to give this a boot. I mean, there's nothing really I like about it.
I don't know. I mean, I wanted to give it a 2, but now that you're talking about it, maybe it's a boot. I'm gonna give it a 2, just because I like the colours and I like the presentation. It's fun.
Red, white and blue, the French flag colours.
Yeah, yeah. Vive la France! Off with their heads! Two very different words.
I think it's let them eat cake is Marie Antoinette.
Off with her head!
Yes.
So I want to say about Anubis, she's not really herself in the way she is. Do you notice that?
Oh, how can you tell?
Because she talks like this, like all the time, and I'm like, I'm kind of like, just be you a bit more.
So this is something they have often on Drag Race, criticism of people for not being authentic. But they're drag queens, they're literally impersonating other people. Like, are you Marie Antoinette tonight?
Off with your head!
Yeah, that's
insolence!
That's how you usually talk, to be fair.
especially on a night out, I'm like, excellence!
But
Or smash a drink over the head. Ah! No, not really. I'm a good person.
debatable. So up next we have River Medway, who is from Medway. And I don't know where Medway is, nor do I really care. But apparently there's a statue there, and the statue often has a traffic cone on its head. And she came dressed as this statue. And I have to say, it is probably the most unique runway walk that's ever been done, because she shuffled.
It's very unique, it's very shuffly.
Yeah, she shuffled down. Shuffled down the runway.
Every day I'm shuffling. You remember that?
Yes, it was inspired by LMFAO.
What do we think?
It's just, it looks like someone's got Christmas wrapping paper and wrapped it around their body. It's just not, it doesn't have any shape to it.
What about the waist? There's a waist, it's tied around her waist with a cape.
Yeah, but the waist, because the cape is also green, the waist disappears, like the illusion of it disappears. There's no silhouette, is what I mean.
No.
So if it was a different colour cape, or there was no cape, then you'd be able to see it more.
And when she stood there. I'll tell you what I love. I love the hair. I love that her hair is a traffic cone. I just think that's so cool.
That is cool.
I've never seen that before.
It's also a very messy traffic cone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's original.
It's funny as well. It's funny because, like, it's not just the statue. She could have just been the statue. No, she's going to be the statue with the cone on its head that people have shoved on there. That's comedy.
Yes. Unfortunately, this isn't a comedy challenge. It's a runway challenge. So the outfit is ugly, and therefore I give it a boot.
Well, I give it a toot. I like it because of the hair that's a traffic cone. I like it because it's funny. She was pointing. She was pointing. She nearly gave Rue a stroke.
Well, at his age, that's not difficult.
She looks very youthful.
More youthful than you tonight.
Oh my god. I've been dead 300 years.
You do look great for it, to be fair. Don't look a day over 200.
I can't sing.
Yeah, we know. Up next we have Crystal Versace from Kent.
Crystal Versace.
What did you think of this look?
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, the makeup is just incredible.
Yes.
Her makeup's always incredible.
She really reminds me of Raven.
Yeah.
They paint the same way, like a bitch face, but very well done.
Yeah. I'd say Raven, but better. Like, I think she just looks, well, she's a lot younger than Raven, so of course it is a little improved. But she just looks incredible.
The makeup is stunning.
She looks stunning.
So, I saw people really raving about this online, but it didn't impress me much.
Yeah.
So call me Shania Twain. It's just a green leotard with arms.
Yeah.
And the cage over the top seems quite messy.
Yeah.
Like, I really do like the makeup. The neon green is ugly. I'm with Michelle on that. I don't like neon green. And I feel like it could have been really decorated and pretty with the way that the vines were draped over, but it just looks messy to me. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? In season 13, when Candy Muse did the freaky monster runway, she came out in the purple onesie.
No,
and she was carrying the alien on her back. Like the alien.
No.
This is Crystal Versace's
No.
come as that alien.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, that was. I'm sorry, Candy. I love you, but that was Boogaboots. That was bad. This is good. That was one of the worst runways I think ever, to be honest. Whereas this is couture. This is fashion. This could be on a runway. Not everything that's on a runway is incredible. This could be on a runway.
A runway of a Central St. Martin's student, maybe.
No, I disagree. I like this look. You don't like this look at all?
No.
You don't think this look could be on a runway?
I see the potential of it. I just don't think it was executed very well. And I don't like the green leotard and the... So on reflection, there are actually flowers, but the way that they look on the runway, it almost looks like it's the glare from the lights behind. So it doesn't really stand out. If the flowers are bigger...
I'm going to check your brand messages.
That was your phone, girl.
Sorry, go on.
I think you have convinced me. I'm in the middle. but so I'll give it a newt. I mean, neutral on this now.
A nooch.
And yeah, a newt.
Newt. Wait, nooch means nothing, so a newt.
A newt.
I'm gonna give it a toot. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. Like I think it's beautiful. I think it is something. I don't know if I wouldn't want to cover my head personally, but that's just.
I wish
me.
you would.
I wish you'd cover your face. You've been dead. You're dead, bitch. Get back in your coffin. On to the next.
So up next we have Veronica Green, who is back again, and she is from Rochdale, and she is wearing cotton wool.
Wait, can we hear why?
I think it's in reference to the cotton mills of Rochdale.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Where? How?
Well, she's showing her legs.
Her legs do look nice. We're talking about the outfit. Is the outfit pretty?
The outfit is, no.
On her body?
No.
Yeah, there is absolutely nothing that I like about this outfit, really.
I don't hate it.
Do you remember what she did for her first Queen of her hometown look in season 2?
No.
No.
Do you?
No, I don't.
I'm kind of only, yeah.
Veronica wasn't really known for her runway looks, was she?
No. She was not.
It just looks very messy. It looks like a primary school arts and crafts project.
Oh no. I don't think it's terrible. It's drag.
I think it's terrible.
It's campy. I think that the balls go just a little bit too high, so it sort of makes her waist bigger.
Yeah.
In a way that is not flattering.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a mistake. I wouldn't call it arts and crafts. I mean, I think it's a little young for her.
She does look like a child, yes.
Yeah, I mean, then again, does that even matter in drag? Your age versus the youthness of the costume? I don't know.
Well, to be fair, she looks like a child out of drag as well. She looks like a schoolboy, even though
really?
she's 35 and she looks 15.
Wow, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I just think this is a bit young for her. I don't hate it. You know, 6 out of 10, I guess.
No, this is a definite boot for me.
Definitely. I'm gonna give it a soft 2. Yeah. It's not terrible.
I think it is. So up next we have Scarlet Harlow, who is from East London. And she has been inspired by...
Me!
No, a different queen.
Oh.
Queen Elizabeth I, who was apparently born in East London.
I think I came first.
Mm-hmm.
Before Queen Elizabeth. So really, Queen Elizabeth was inspired by me, and she was inspired by Queen Elizabeth.
Uh-huh. Queen Elizabeth was born when?
I don't know.
Yes.
Marie Antoinette was born in the 1700s,
Uh-huh.
and Queen Elizabeth was born
1500. Anyway, what do you think of Scarlet Harlow's look?
I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, it is simple. It's simple, but it's effective. For me, you know, her name is Scarlet Harlow, and she's giving me that. She's giving me the hair, the pearls in the hair. When you see up close, I think she's got pearls on her face.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup's beautiful. The silhouette is stunning. And I love that she opens her arms and there's pearls.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, graceful. I love it.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. The hair is amazing. The makeup is actually incredible as well. She's managed to look like Queen Elizabeth I, but also still look like Scarlet Harlow. It's a good blending of the two. The outfit is not overly complicated, but it's effective and simple. And I like the way that the pearls on the body have given her almost like a corset shape, even though there's no corset.
Yeah.
It's like it's the illusion of one.
Yeah.
Which I quite like. And obviously with the arms, spiderweb arms, is a good reveal as well.
Great reveal.
Yeah, I really like this one. I think this is my favourite so far.
Yeah, really.
Also because I've met Scarlet Harlow, and I know of her.
Introduce me.
And she is like a trashy, sexy queen.
Yeah.
So this was kind of unexpected for me, which I like.
I love this, and I love Scarlet Harlow. I think she's just fun and bubbly and funny and charismatic. I really think she, out of everyone on the show, could go really far. In real life. And on the show.
And on the show, yeah. I think I put her down as one of the top 4.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. One of the top 4 finalists of the show.
Yeah,
I think she's going to go far.
She's got the charisma, the same charisma that kind of Simone has, that Bimini has. It's just that charm.
Yeah, she is very funny as well.
Yeah, funny.
Well, yes, I think we both give this one a toot.
Toot. Next up we have Electra Fence.
And where's she from? Dagenham. She's from Dagenham.
Dagenham!
Hence, she has come dressed as a coal miner.
Yeah.
What do you think of this look?
Okay, it's controversial. I think the judges were just a little bit harsh on this. I seem to remember someone else wore chaps. I think it was Simone, and they loved it. Or maybe it was I don't know who it was. Someone else wore chaps, and no, it was Eureka. Eureka wore chaps on the last season.
The frilly chaps.
The frilly chaps, yeah. And they loved it. They lived for it. Now she's wearing chaps, and they're like, this is horrible. This is awful. I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's a sexy coal miner. It's hard to make a coal miner hot, and she's done that.
She has done that. There was a challenge, I think it was on All Stars 5, where they were meant to be blue collar workers, and some of them just came out literally in uniforms.
Awful.
And yeah.
Some of them were awful.
Some of them were awful. And I would say this one, I don't think it's amazing, but she has made it drag, and she does look sexy. It's what is that? Satisfaction music video. With the women like bouncing up and down on the... Yeah. She could be in that video. Yeah. They missed out getting you in the video, I think. You weren't available that day.
I was booked and blessed. What I think is she could have gone a little bigger with the wig. Maybe she likes that sexy look. I myself have been known to wear a flat wig, but not today. But I think that she could have gone a bit bigger with the wig because she's got quite a square face. Big wig always helps. But I don't hate this. I like this.
Yeah, I actually quite like it as well. I think the belt does look quite cheap.
Yeah.
And I think maybe there could have been a bit more decoration around the chaps and around the leotard. But other than that, I like it. I give this a 2.
I give this a 2. I like this. Come on, Electra. Look like I'm being electrocuted.
Up next we have Vanity Milan, who is from Brixton. And I think the inspiration here is she has put South London postcodes on her dress. If you can call it a dress.
Croydon, South East 11, North. Yeah, I'm seeing all of that.
And then the colours of the flag are the colours of the Jamaican flag, because by heritage she is Jamaican.
Yes. I think talking about before the reveal, I think on the one hand you could see this on a runway. This would be on a runway. It's simple, but this would be on a runway. On the other hand, it's very simple. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it could actually be on a runway somewhere. It's like kind of an avant-garde designer that is challenging the traditional forms of clothing, but you wouldn't ever see it bought by anyone. No celebrity is going to wear this. It's not really... It's avant-garde, but it's not fashionable, I don't think. I have a problem with outfits where you can tell that there is a reveal underneath.
Yeah.
And I think this outfit suffers from that problem.
Yeah, it's very much like, I have a reveal.
Yeah.
I have a reveal. I remember thinking when she came out in this, please tell me she has a reveal, because it's not really enough on its own. And then of course she did have a reveal. Should I say what I think? Mm-hmm. I love that it's the Jamaican flag. I love that the heels tie in with the dress. I think that's really cool. I think the dress is also sparkly, which I like.
Yeah, it's a sparkly mesh,
Yeah,
So
I love
you
that.
can see her underwear underneath, which is also sparkly.
Yeah, I think I like that she's tied in all the colours. It's green, yellow, and black all tied in, and I really love that. However, I do again think it's quite simple. It's quite store-like. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a store. But here's the thing about that. I think she's representing Southeast London, right? And that sort of is the vibe there. It's very like sort of like you know, grungy, cool. And so I think that's sort of what she's going for.
Yeah, but that's what Astina Mandela did last season. She justified wearing high street shop clothing because people in South London wear that sort of thing.
But then that is the aesthetic. If you're not, if people in South London aren't wearing, but then again, are people in Kent wearing a big cage? No. So I guess, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's
You're
just
right.
too literal.
You're right.
It should be inspired by rather than literally
Yeah.
what people wear.
It is a bit literal. You're right. Yeah.
I think I like the reveal much more than I like the initial outfit. But looking at each individual outfit, I think I would still give both of them a boot. I don't really like either of them on their own. I do like the transformation because they are radically different, but looking at them on their own, they'd be both boots to me.
Yeah, radically different. It's difficult. It's on the cusp for me, but I'm gonna have to give it a boot because it is just a bit too. It's a bit too basic.
Yeah, just a bit meh.
Yeah. I love the hair and the face. I love that.
Her makeup is great.
The makeup's beautiful and the shoes are beautiful. It's just the outfit. I don't like. So up next we have the Queen of Newcastle, Theresa.
Not Theresa May.
Who is it?
Theresa May.
Theresa May, because it's chorizo. I just got that. Chorizo. I love that. Because Theresa May was PM when she became queen. Love that.
So this is giving me a little bit of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It's very. It looks kind of Tim Burton. Helena Bonham Carter could be wearing this costume.
Yeah.
But is that Newcastle? Are Newcastle fans known to be ooky spooky? No, I don't think so. But I do like the outfit. Maybe there's a bit much going on. The ruffles on the sleeve sort of.
So sorry.
It's okay.
It's just my daddy, my sugar daddy.
King Louis.
Louis, fuck off! Off with your head.
Off with your head.
Off with my head.
Probably. Yeah, I think that there's too much going on. The silhouette is kind of ruined by all the ruffles, and it's just a weird mixture of two worlds that don't go together. Should put it on silent.
I'm gonna put her on silent. I'm sorry, Louis, I can't talk now. No, bye-bye. Back.
Yeah, it's a jarring mixture of two worlds that don't go together, which is Tim Burton horror camp and football fans. And there's no possible world where they meet, apart from in Theresa May.
I love this. I fucking love it. I think you just said about Milan that it's Milan, right? Yeah.
Iman.
Iman? No, her name's not Iman. Who's the last queen?
Oh, Vanity Milan, yeah.
Vanity Milan, yeah. You just said about her, you can't wear pedestrian stuff, right? So now we've got her, she's got the colours of Newcastle, the football, but it's fucking couture. This is couture. This is stunning. This, for me, is my favourite thing I have seen on the runway so far. I love this.
Fair enough.
This is America quality, for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I do also find it a little bit odd that it's meant to be Queen of your hometown, and she came as Newcastle. I mean, I get that she performs and lives there, and that was where she first became a drag queen, but she's from Spain.
Well, they probably told her, no, you have to do Newcastle because it's a British show. So you have to do Newcastle.
Yeah.
Can I do Spain? No, do Newcastle.
It's like she was in the room. I think I do give this a 2. It's just the combination of camp, camp Tim Burton and football just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a little Tim Burton, but for me it's a big fat toot. Love it, love her. Didn't love the makeup, but I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to drink so much to cope in this wig tonight. It's so painful.
Well, I'm gonna have to drink so much to cope with you in this wig tonight.
You always drink so much anyway.
That's true. So up next we have Charity Case from Lancashire, and she has come as the Lancashire Rose, or a monster version of the Lancashire Rose. What do you think?
I love it. I love it. I just think like she's got the flowers, she's got the silhouette, she's got the fucking spikes. This is my favourite look so far. I love it. I think she looks beautiful and scary.
You think she is beautiful?
Yeah, from far away.
Well, yeah, people say the same about you.
Oh. Not really my experience.
Oh. I agree. I really like this outfit. I was Team Charity Case before the series even started, so I've met Charity Case as well a couple of times and seen her perform, and the level of creativity is just off the charts. So what we haven't seen in this episode is that she can do beauty and glamour as well as monster and disgusting.
Yeah.
And I think that will be expected, certainly by Michelle, as the show goes on. But she's very versatile, very creative, very talented. Well, you wouldn't know about being versed, but...
I wouldn't know about being versed, but something tells me she's a versed queen.
Yeah, but everything about this, the silhouette, the styling, is amazing, and then she pushes it over the edge by making it weird and disgusting and Charity Case. I think I agree this is my favourite outfit so far as well.
Right.
So I think it's clear we both give this one a toot. It's actually verging on a shoot, but I think it's too early in the season to give those out.
Yeah, a toot for me. A big old toot.
So for the second runway looks, the queens had to do an outfit inspired by their favourite thing. And up first we have Victoria Scone, who was inspired by afternoon tea.
I love this. I think this is a big redemption for me on the first look, which I thought was fine. I think this is beautiful. I think this is couture. Obviously it's a lot going on, but I think it's afternoon tea. What's not to love? I love the cakes that she made with her girlfriend. It's pretty.
I really like this look as well. It is incredibly camp, but there is, as you said, something couture about it. The way that the makeup is done, with the white face, that she's almost like a porcelain doll that fits into the bone china of the tea set or the cake stand that she's wearing. And the designs on the cake stand are meant to be like porcelain of a tea set. I think it's very clever how it's so conceptual. But also it is just executed really well. So that little piece at the top, that's like the bit that you pick up the cake stand with, is hair. That's a wig.
Yeah, that's smart. That's really smart. Wow.
It did make me think a little bit of one of the Teletubbies. Who's the Teletubby that's got the
Poe, isn't it?
Yeah. But she's a very fashionable Poe.
A fashionable
very stylish Poe. Yeah.
Did you hear about how the Teletubbies asked Lil Nas if they could be in his next video?
I did not hear about that.
That was the whole thing. And then this Christian politician was like, I knew the Teletubbies were demons.
Tinky Winky is a gay icon. In a little handbag.
They're all gay icons. They're all fully gay.
Yes, okay.
You know they're all fully gay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Iconique.
Very. Yes, I give this a toot, a very strong toot. It's all, again, close to a shoot. I really like this look.
I give this a toot. And can I just say, looking at her on this runway, she looks so beautiful. And it just makes me realise, why she's no different to any of these other queens. She's giving an incredible look. It's just beautiful. I think it's beautiful to see,
And you give it a toot?
I give it a toot.
Actually, there's something of the kimchi about her.
Yeah!
Certainly in this hair and in this makeup.
Yeah, it's very kimchi.
It's very kimchi, yeah.
It's a better walk.
Yes. That's not difficult, is it?
Yeah, better walk. Up next we have Kitty Scott Claus doing ABBA.
Doing ABBA.
It's ABBA.
Like an amateur tribute group.
No! It's ABBA.
It is vaguely ABBA.
It's ABBA. This is ABBA. This is dull, but this is ABBA.
It's dull ABBA. Yes. It just looked like a cheap costume version of ABBA. If you wanted to go as Agnetha for Halloween, and you went in and bought this £15 from Smithy's or something, this is what you get. And then some hooker boots to go underneath.
Hooker boots, I would know about those,
but I don't think ABBA would know about those.
ABBA wouldn't know about those. Well, I mean, now that you mention it, she is dressed more interesting than ABBA actually dressed. Pretty sure they dressed pretty basic.
They were quite pedestrian, yeah.
But at the same time, this is pedestrian. Could I have done ABBA better? No. Would I have picked ABBA? No, because they're so pedestrian. So, you know, yeah. Looking at it now, should she have not, maybe she should have been in the bottom too, really.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that. I didn't like her first look at all. I don't really like this one. I think I would have put her in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over Electric Fence, potentially.
Yeah. Maybe over Electric Fence, because I liked that minor look. Sorry, Kitty, sorry.
Jasmine's got claws tonight.
But I love you. I love her as a queen. She's a fun girl.
Boot.
It's funny, now that we're getting to the boot/two, it's not awful. Boot.
Up next we have Elle of a Day. What's her favourite thing?
Pride, progress.
Pride and progress. I mean, it's a nice thing to have as your favourite thing. It's not really a thing in the way you think of the other
No, sort of thing.
But fair enough.
Yeah.
There are things that I like and things that I don't like about this outfit. I like the general construction of it. I like the way that it sits around her body, and it is clearly something that took a fair amount of effort and time to create. It does look like at least that it was done by a good tailor, or a seamstress. However, she does look like a gay moth.
Oh no, not with the gay moth.
Yes, there's brown with a little bit of rainbow. There's a gay moth.
Dead. She's a dead gay moth.
Dead gay moth.
No, you can't say that about Elle of a Day.
Well, I just did.
I'm gonna say, I think she looks beautiful. I don't think she looks like a gay moth. I think she looks pretty. But I have a pet peeve for people who pander. And I think she is pandering. Okay, Pride Progress is incredible. Of course, Pride Progress is amazing. But is it your favourite thing? Do you sit down on a Friday night and think about Pride Progress? No. She's pandering, and I just when I saw this, I was like, no, babe, that's not your favourite thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I absolutely get what you mean.
Yeah. I just have a thing about pandering. It grates on me.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's not something you're going to look back on in your life and think, I really enjoyed pride flags.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. It's lovely that we've made progress and that there's all the colours, there's all the shades. It's great. But yeah.
But actually, something else that I have an issue with, in general, in the pride, the manifestations of the pride flag now, is there's almost every single colour that you can possibly think of put together, and everything clashes, and it just looks weird.
It does clash a little bit. I don't know if I agree though. I like that there's pink, there's blue, there's black, there's brown. I like that there's inclusivity, but yeah, it does clash a little bit when you see it like this. I think it looks good when it's a flag. I think when you turn it into a dress, it doesn't look as perfect. I must say, I like it more when the cape comes off.
Yeah, absolutely, me too. The moth wings are gone.
Yeah.
I think if it was just without the cape, I would have given it a toot.
Yeah.
But overall, no, I give it a boot.
Overall, it's a boot because of the cape. Without the cape, it's a toot. But it's a boot. Yeah. What do we think?
So this is Anubis.
Anubis Fitch as a sea creature.
Is that her favourite thing? What was her favourite thing? Seafood?
Sea creature, it was a sea creature.
Sea creature is her favourite thing.
You are my favourite thing.
Her favourite thing is squid. No, I think it was going to the seaside with her father or something like that.
Yeah, well that was the
dead
explanation.
dad and all that. Yeah.
But the initial thing was the sea creature.
I see, right.
She is a sea creature. I love the story about the dad, that's beautiful.
See, I don't know if it deserved as harsh of critiques as the judges gave it. The net over the front makes it very messy, and the makeup is very messy. The hair, I have never seen anything like that on any runway.
That's true.
Ever. It is creative to make hair that looks not entirely like a squid, but is certainly inspired by a squid. I thought the hair was really cool. And actually the dress itself, it makes her look older, I think, than she is, but it fits her relatively well. I mean, it looks well constructed. It's sequin, so it's like a more expensive dress than some of the other outfits we've seen on the runway so far.
That's all true.
And I like that it's coppery, so when it reflects the light, you get the green tones that come through.
Yeah, I like all this. Can you edit out where I said it's shit? I'm getting a bit drunk. What I think is, it is more expensive looking than the other queens. I just hate that she's put a net over it. I get she's a squid that's been caught, but it's just it's not enough. It's not good enough, just putting a net over a dress. I like that it's metallic. I love the hair. I think with Anubis Fitch, she used to be big. I don't know if you know this about her, but she used to be very big. And so I think because she's lost the weight, she still likes to cover her body. And so if you look, both of her dresses cover her body. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because she used to be a big girl.
She's not quite got the confidence yet. So,
no.
Yeah.
And so that's not really her fault, you know, so we shouldn't hold that against her. But unfortunately, it just doesn't bode in a good result. Because when you cover all of your body, it just looks a bit black. You know?
I know exactly what you mean, but still, if she'd taken off the net or just done something a bit more stylish with the net, I would have given it a toot. The net does kind of ruin things.
Yeah.
So I think you have to take the whole thing into consideration. So it is a boot, but I really love the hair, and I think without the net it would be a toot.
Yeah, for me it's a boot, and without the net it would still be a boot. It's not enough.
And better makeup.
Yeah, it's not enough for a Drag Race runway, you know. Up next we have River Medway doing music.
And
what do we think?
This is potentially the worst outfit we've seen so far.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't think this was as terrible as they said.
No, I don't like this at all.
I think if we're comparing this to Anubis Fitch, I prefer this.
No, I prefer Anubis.
Because this is country music. She's country music. She's country music. That's why she's wearing the country wig. She's country music. That's what I got from that.
No, it's not enough. I mean, the leggings thing with the multicolored, the fishnets on one side and the red on the other, that's quite cool. But again, maybe it's something you could just buy a ASOS.
Yeah, it's a bit baby queen.
Yeah, it is very baby queen. And she actually overall she does give me baby queen vibes.
Yeah, but then does she give you baby queen vibes because she's so small? What if Anubis Fitch walked out in this? Would we like it more than that dress he wore? Probably, I think.
No, I don't think so. I think it would still be awful.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it at all. And I know what you mean about the country hair. It's sort of one of Reba McEntire's wigs that she's stolen.
Yeah.
But but I don't know if the whole outfit is country. She has the boots, but the rest of it isn't really that country to me. It sort of a mixture between like 80s pop star and country music star. It just doesn't go very well.
It's a boot.
This is a boot for me.
She said she knew the best thing she could do was to move, so she knew it wasn't incredible. I think she probably was throwing this together last minute. She was like, fuck, I haven't got something for the music runway. I've got to say though, I think music is a boring choice, and if you're picking something boring, you've got to make the outfit extra.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you go on people's Tinder profiles and they say, oh, I like listening to music, I like going to work, and I like exercise, I like watching TV. It's like, okay, but where's your personality?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's literally me. No, it's not. I mean, it's not. I say like, what do I say? I like adventures. I want someone to go on adventures with.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to go on adventures?
Absolutely.
Is
not.
this an adventure?
This is a nightmare. And I love it.
Dead. Dead bitches! So, up next we have Crystal Versace. What do we think?
And well, her favourite thing is cats.
Cats.
And I've still got nightmares from the Andrew Lloyd Webber film of cats. I have to say, this is amazing.
Exquisite.
This could be down a 1996 Mugler runway.
Incredible.
It is just incredible. And the makeup again is amazing.
It's incredible.
The way that it's styled is amazing.
Beautiful.
With the red gloves, the way it fits her body.
Yeah.
The pattern as well. Sometimes I think animal or cat prints can be overwhelming, but the way she's mixed it up with the black and the jewellery. Yeah, I really like this.
This is the moment where I thought, yes, Britain has joined America in the level of fashion being just as high all the time, and it's just incredible. It's beautiful. It's Gigi Good level. It's Aquaria level. It's gorgeous.
This makes me really excited to see what she's going to bring in the rest of the season.
Me too. I think the makeup is just gorgeous. When you see it up close, it's incredible. And you know, the silhouette, the shoulders, the way her waist is tiny. I dream of having a waist thus small. And the hips, it's just incredible. It's something I would wear in a heartbeat.
Yeah, this is a total boot.
A massive, for me, a shoot. Shoot, bitch, shoot.
Up next we have Veronica Green, and her favourite thing is video games. You could have fooled me because, well, this looks like multiple things that aren't video games. It looks like a tracksuit from 2000 that you might see in a rapper's music video, mixed with, but on acid basically. It's got neon colours, but it also looks a little bit like bring back the miner's outfit from earlier, because it's a jumpsuit basically.
Yeah.
It's a miner's jumpsuit, a gay miner's jumpsuit.
Gay miners.
Yes. My favourites are priests.
Yeah. I just think that it's terrible. I love you, Veronica Green, and you're a great person, but this is not amazing. She sold it on the runway, which I love. She played the video games, she did the dancing thing, and I get what she's going for. She's going for 80s video games. But it's like, honey, would you really wear this out, even?
I'd be embarrassed.
Same. I mean, I love you, babes, but this isn't enough. This is not great. Total boo. Sorry, babe. So up next we have Scarlet Harlow in music again.
Yeah. So I have to say this is a better version of music than River Medway's.
Yeah, this is way better.
Much nicer.
What makes it for me is the squiggles, the way she's got the wires wrapped around her in just such a way that it makes it really beautiful to look at. You know, with the big hair. It's really good.
There's lots of 80s inspiration on this runway.
Very 80s, which was smart because Rupaul and Michelle Visage were young in the 80s.
Yes, a long time ago.
Yeah, and that's not shade, that's the truth, and that is playing to your audience.
But at the same time, it's not overly impressive.
Yeah, I think they loved it so much because they're from the 80s.
Maybe there was a smart choice.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you really look at the outfit, I agree that the headphones wrapped around is very clever and it's done in a very stylish way. But the rest of the outfit, it's a pink sparkly tube dress.
It's pretty basic.
It's pretty basic. It's got the one, all the shoulder details, but I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't really look twice at it.
No. So toot or boot?
I'm kind of in the middle. Again, I think it's going to be another nude.
I'm somewhere between a newt and a toot. I'm gonna give it a toot. I love Scarlet. Let's give her a toot. She's a toot. It's a toot. It's 80s. It's fun.
This is a meh for me, so I give it a nude.
Oh, you're no fun. Should we talk about Ella Day?
Electro events.
Electro Fans, sorry. Ella Day.
And her favourite thing was birthday parties.
Yeah.
And so she's come dressed as a child.
As a child.
At a birthday party, covered in sweets and mess.
Aesthetically, this is not high street. This is hard to get. But aesthetically, this is not very pleasing to the eye.
No, it is a messy child.
Yeah.
And while I can appreciate the construction that went into it, it does look expensive in the sense that it looks like a costume for some kind of show that someone has specifically made. But does it look nice? No.
No.
And I don't really understand the appeal of looking like a child. There's a couple of other people on the runway who have done that as well.
Yeah.
Trying to look not just young, but childlike.
Like a child. I just think that it's just a bit weird and a bit awkward. Yeah, toot or boot?
I don't know. I want to give it a toot for the construction, but does it look nice? No. I think in the right setting it could be a toot. If this were a costume for a show, it would be like, yeah, that's perfect. But if it's a runway look, it's a boot, really.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a boot. I just think there's something about it. I just think when you're a man, dressing up as a little girl, it's just a little strange. And I get the idea, and I'm not saying she's strange, I think she's really cool, but I just think the idea comes across to the audience as a little strange. It just is, it just makes you feel weird watching it, right?
I know exactly what you mean, yes.
It's a boo.
Up next we have Vanity Milan, and she has chosen her favourite thing as Estonia. And she is wearing the Estonian flag colours in her outfit to represent Estonia.
I think this is really, really beautiful. I think the headpiece she's wearing is stunning. And I think the outfit is beautiful. Yeah, I really like it. I like the legs. I like the way she's colour matched, the purple with the black with the white. I think it's stunning.
I'm not so convinced. Just there are some parts of the outfit that don't really seem to go together. It's like she said she's got some dark blue things, and so she'll wear them with her white things and her black things. It just, the harness, or the leg suspenders, with the white panty and the embellished top or jacket style thing, it's like they don't go together for me. It's not a coherent look. Darker colours are harder to do on the runway anyway, because they don't stand out.
Yeah.
But it doesn't please my eye.
Fair enough.
So I give it a boot.
I would have to give this a 2. I really like this. So next we've got Theresa May, and she is doing art. And I love this. I thought this was one of the best. It's very simple, but it's effective. She's got all these colours and they all go together quite well. I love it.
Yeah, I quite like this as well. It's tailored very well. It's quirky. It reminds me a little bit of what Sacha Velour did on one of her first runways where they had to do something that represents your hometown. She came out wearing a similar pattern. But I also like that Theresa May has chosen art that is Spanish, so she's got Picasso on there. Out, darling?
Yeah, yes. Quite the night. Should we keep on judging the lips?
Yes, I think so. Where did we get to before? We were just about to toot or boot Theresa May for her second look, where she was inspired by art.
Yes, I loved this look, and I would give it a toot. Big toot.
I like this look, not quite as much as you, but I would also give it a toot. I think it's very well done. And she hand-painted everything herself, which is quite remarkable. Yeah, the makeup still hasn't improved from the last look, but overall it's still a toot.
Yeah. It's a toot.
She needs some Red Bull, I think.
Can we get a coffee?
Yes. Servant!
You don't have any staff here. So, up next we have Charity Case. And she is, what is she?
Her favourite thing is a freak show. So she has come as a freak, I suppose.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What do we think?
Which isn't too dissimilar from her first look. I mean, it's different in concept, but the first one was still very freaky as well.
I guess that's her whole thing, isn't it? So, being freaky. And I like this. I think a lot of work has gone into the makeup. It doesn't really scream drag to me in any way, shape or form.
You can literally see penis. I mean, not tucked at all.
Yeah.
It's not even the illusion of trying to be
No.
a female clown, female freak clown.
No, and it's like, at what point, how bendable are the terms of drag? You know, is this really drag? There's no lash, there's nothing about it is drag to me. It's a costume. So, on the one hand, it's very well executed. On the other, it's not really drag.
Yes, I do know what you mean. I mean, I suppose it's sort of a dress that Charity's wearing, but it's so ill-fitting, it almost looks like it could be a towel that's draped over, or you picked up a blanket and draped it over your shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, that's something interesting about it. It does make you think, what are the boundaries of drag?
Yeah, it does make you think that. I like the cock, you know, she winds the thing.
Oh yeah, there's the reveal of the penis.
Crystallized penis comes out. I thought that was kind of cool. That's really cool.
Yes, well, we got a double penis on this runway.
I liked her presentation of this. She was sort of like, she was doing all that stuff with her legs.
Yeah, you can absolutely tell this is her element, and she knows how to perform.
Yeah.
This kind of persona.
But yeah, as I think, if she showed up to a club, would you look at her and think, oh, a drag queen?
No.
Yeah. So does it really belong on RuPaul's Drag Race? I don't know. I just think, but it's a great costume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I were to think of just judging the costume, it would be a toot for sure. And if you put it in the context of some mad clown serial killer who is like Buffalo Bill, who's trying to dress in drag, but is a really bad attempt at doing it to actually... Am I boring you, dear?
No, I'm just a little bit tired from my night, darling. No, you're fun, you're great. I love you. Oh my god, tell me more.
You sound so genuine. You've never sounded more genuine in your life. Now that laugh was not drag.
It's me, bitch. Love it or hate it.
Yeah. So I think if you characterize it as someone, a freak trying to do drag, then maybe it is appropriate.
But now that I'm looking at it up close and realizing, no, it is not drag, I think it's a boot for me. It's a boot.
Fair enough. I give it a toot.
Yeah, you give it a toot? Yeah. I also wanted to say, maybe because it's not very draggy, that's why Charity wasn't in the top.
Yes, potentially.
Because she wanted to know, right?
Yeah, you can certainly see Michelle having issue with this. So that was all of the runways reviewed. Overall, it was certainly a mixed bag. There were some very, very strong ones and some very, very weak ones, in my opinion.
I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, I think you need some of Victoria Skins afternoon tea to wake you up. Maybe some afternoon Red Bull. So, what was your favourite? If you had to pick a favourite look from each category, which one would it be?
Charity Case.
Is the rose.
Is the rose.
The freaky rose.
It was my favourite queen of your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite favorite thing would be obviously Crystal Versace. That catsuit. I mean, I would die to wear that catsuit.
Yeah, I absolutely agree for the second category. Crystal Versace just knocked it out of the water, like so high fashion. I think my favourite one in the first category would probably be Charity Case as well. It's either between Charity Case or Scarlet Harlow. I actually really liked the Scarlet Harlow's look.
For this?
No, for the first category.
The first category?
Scarlet Harlow in the second category didn't impress me
No.
much. I mean, it was nice, but it was not as strong as some of the others.
Yeah, it was fine.
But yeah, I think I agree. In the first category, also Charity Case in that demonic rose.
Okay, so you agree with both? So we agree. We agree.
I guess we do have something in common.
Finally.
So we've said who the top looks of the week were. Who was the weakest link, do you think?
Who was really weak in the first runway?
I think the weakest one for me was Veronica in the first runway. That brown corset with the cotton ball.
Oh yeah. Oh no, for me it was Kitty Scott Claus.
That was also fairly weak, yeah.
That was probably my weakest of the first runway.
Yeah, I think the difference for me is that still looked like an outfit. It was ugly, but it was an outfit. Veronica Green's one was so arts and crafts, like children's high school. And then what about the second runway?
Second runway, I'd probably go with Electra Fence. I know more went into her runway than others, but something about it, I just hated it. I just didn't like it when it came out on the runway. I get what she was going for, but it just wasn't. It wasn't. It's kind of like, I don't know, when someone's boasting at a party and it's uncomfortable. Kind of felt like that.
You're never known to boast, are you, darling?
No, me never. No. We are in my house though.
Your chateau.
Chateau.
For me, my least favourite ones in the second runway were either Vanity Milan or River Medway. Vanity Milan, just because just something about the colours, how they mix together, it looks so ugly to me.
In the first runway?
No,
the second.
The second runway.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like an oil spill.
Wow.
Just a messy oil spill. It doesn't look good to me.
Yeah.
And then River Medway, I don't know, I just didn't like it. It looked almost childlike as well. And it just wasn't very elevated. It wasn't very runway. Overall, I would say this episode has made me excited to see more of this season.
Yeah, me too.
And we will be reviewing all of the runway looks for each episode going forward. So
we will
tune in next week as well to see our critiques for episode 2.
Yes, please tune in. I want to see you there, baby.
Yes, and I wonder which historical figure you'll be dressed as next week.
Which historical figure will I be? Who knows? Probably not another historical figure because it's expensive. But if you want to see my eyes again, you got to tune in. It's too bright. It's too bright.
Yeah, so it's hiding from the paparazzi.
Too bright. No.
You got the sunglasses.
No photos.
No photos today,
sorry,
please.
no photos. No, I'm taking the time for me. Yeah. You can like and subscribe, and if you want to be notified when the next video comes out, you can click the bell icon just down below. It was passive aggressive.
You better click that icon.
Click it. Click it. Click it. Bye.